Hello everybody, welcome back to Beer Deck 345, and today I'm going to be I think this is probably going to be a video or a short, depending on how long it takes, but anyways, I'm going to be going over my favorite tier 4 items in Gorilla Tech Ghost Reactor, what they do, and what you can use them for, and how they are useful, whether I would prefer them over the downgraded version or the upgraded version. Anyways, let's get into this. So, I have my array of weapons and items here. We will start with Hurricane Intake. This is just your standard collector, but with an adapter that basically equals, it slowly produces cores when you hold it. I don't know if you can see the air, but it basically just sucks it in there and slowly produces cores on your battery right here. And what's also really nice about this, if you suck up one core, normally it equals one core, so it means it takes a lot of core. It takes 10 cores to fill up the collector. This one only takes, I think, about I think it's like 4 to 6 cores, I think, because it doubles each. 1 core equals 2 cores in this collector. And then we have Beta Wave Amplifier, I think is what it's called. Let me go double check that. I should have been a little bit more prepared. Yeah, Beta Wave Amplifier. That's your big boy flash. This is just a standard flash, but it has a different adapter on it that basically equals with you flash an enemy and it equals with multiple damage. Instead of like 2 hits or like 4 hits like the first flash upgrade, this one does 1 shot, 1 and done, unless it's a summoner that has armor, then it's like 2. Same with, I think it's the same with, no. I don't know. Anyways, this is your medic nozzle. This is the nozzle that I love personally. It's expensive as hell, but it's worth it. And it's just an armor gun, but each time you shoot yourself with it, it will, if you've like gotten hit by a bug, it just completely erases that, which means the odds of you needing to go back and recharge in the station over there lessen. Then, the one everybody loves and wants to own, Electrified Spikes. This is my personal favorite. This is my go-to. I take this with me into the mines, into the maps anytime I can, because this thing, it basically 2-taps any enemy, unless it's a Wither Skeleton, then it's a 3-tap, or a Gray Summoner, then it's 3 for both of those. But this thing is a monster when it comes to fighting. And then one that I typically use a little less, I don't remember the name of it, so I'm gonna look at that real quick. Give me just a second. Alright, shield. What is the name of it? Total Defense Array. Okay, so this is called the Total Defense Array. This one basically does the, what people like to say, the same amount of damage as the Electrified Spikes. I'm gonna put that to the test in this video, because personally, I do not know if it does that, and I really want to like stop spreading misinformation just in case it doesn't, or if it does, but, you know, I'll put that to the test in this video. And so, now you have seen all the items that I have, and I would have gotten the lanterns, but the lanterns are useless. I don't use them because I can just see in the dark real well, so personally, if you're like terrified of this, then the lanterns are a go-to, but I just don't use them. And so now that everything has been used, I will show you what they do. So let me grab my camera real quick. I'm gonna just wait until the door opens again. You know, just gotta be a little bit patient. Anyways, so yeah, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about my uploading schedule and how inconsistent it has been. So if you don't know, I have a job currently. I work at my local Wendy's, and since it is summer now and I'm not in school, all my days are just working and trying to make videos when I can. So and trying to enjoy my free time. So take that into mind when you watch my videos, that they are less often, but I try to make them as good as I possibly can. So, and as I always like to say, content creation is very hard. It is a skill that has to be learned. And if you don't know, I am still trying to learn said skills. So, have a little bit of mercy before you click the unsubscribe button if you're already subscribed. Just know that that's what's going on. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's start off with our collector. Our Hurricane Intake. So let me just go find a core. Let me just kind of avoid some bugs. I don't want to deal with them. Alright, see this? I already have just a little bit in here from a previous time, so I'm just going to suck it up real quick. And see, that gave me basically 2 cores worth. And so I'm going to go see if it's 2 cores worth real quick. Let me go find the door if I'm not blind and I can actually see where the door is. Okay, there is the door. All right, let me see if this is 2 cores then. Let's see. Let's give this a shot. See, that was 2 cores and I still have that little bit left. 2 cores. So yes, it does indeed double your profits. Anyways, I am going to fast forward to a later level, so I'm going to make a cut here. See y'all when I'm done. Alright, and now I'm going to move on to the baton. I know it's not the order I introduced it, but it's the order that I'm going to have to go in order for this to work. So I'm going to show you, I have a regular baton for reference, so I'm going to carry both of these. Let's see how many hits it takes to take out a regular skeleton. Come here, buddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It takes 6 hits to take it out. Okay, so the regular baton, 6 hits. I'm just gonna throw that in there. I don't really care about that. Now let's go see what electrified spikes can do. Let's go find a skeleton that will be a unfortunate test subject. Alright, here we go. I'm just gonna get this bug out of the way real quick. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, down. So yes, electrified spikes is very powerful. But I'm just going to say it, the requirements to get it are kind of ridiculous, but it really, I think, is for the more experienced players to actually be able to have. Because I have a lot of hours in Ghost Reactor, and so yes, it is very powerful. And now I will showcase the shield. One of the items that I'm not sure. Let's see what the little blurb about it says. Let's see. The little blurb about it. Attack shield reflects projectiles, impacts power. Yeah, alright. Okay, so it doesn't even say anything that it's like electrified spike. So if I can touch a skeleton with this twice and it dies, then yes, this is your cheaper version of electrified spikes. Let's find a skeleton to put that to the test real quick. Alright. There's probably one around here. Skeletons, don't hide. You know what your fate is. Alright. 1, 2. Oh my gosh, it does have the power of electrified spikes. So the rumors are true. This thing is about as powerful as it can be. So this is your cheaper version of electrified spikes. Just know that, y'all. It doesn't look very pretty, but it definitely does have the power of electrified spikes. Yeah, let's actually get this in action. That was pretty cool. 2. Okay, hit it twice. Y'all, that is incredible. I think I kind of underestimated this shield. Anyways, have that in your future. I'm gonna go grab some cores so I can do this, or grab some cores just so I can move on to the next level, because I want to show off what the Flash can do. The beta wave amplifier, because it is sick. I love the beta wave amplifier. It's one of those things where it's like hard to carry all of these in a public lobby because somebody would steal them. That's kind of what it is just typically, and so that's why I don't usually carry them. Actually no, I do carry them in public lobbies because most public lobbies I find are pretty chill. Let's hope I can make it this round. I don't want to be stuck here. Hopefully this is enough.
Anomaly incoming. 1 minute.
Oh, 1 minute. Okay. If it was like the 30-second marker, then yeah, we're good. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna make a cut here. Actually, no, I'm probably not, because I want less things. So I might as well just kind of like blab or fast forward this. I don't know. Just depending on how annoying it is. Let's check that. Alright, whatever that. Flash. Oh yeah, I'll go over that. Sweet. Alright, so now the drill has stopped, and it's just doing this little talking. So now I will hopefully cross my fingers that there's going to be a skeleton that I can use the flash with, so I'm going to carry that real quick on me.
Reactor's open. Happy hunting.
Carry this on me. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing any. It's probably some somewhere. So if this is a no-go, then I will try a different level. Because this thing is powerful and it needs to be seen on camera. Because it's like really cool. I don't know if nobody actually really uses it, but personally it goes in my arsenal every time I play. Well, it indeed looks like there is none on this level, so I'm gonna go one more level ahead. So fast forward time. Alright, fast forwarding still. Let's see, yeah, we still got a lot of time. Anyways, I'm going to make another cut here. Alright, so this is the monk guy level, and there's a guaranteed armored thing, or just an armored enemy, so I might as well show you guys the power of this.
Reactor is open. Happy collecting.
Alright, let's hope it's down here, because sometimes it's just right there. And they also supply you with a flash most of the time, but I don't typically take that flash. I mean, most people do, but I typically just buy my own flash. Oh, it's right there. Okay, let me show you guys the power of this. Behold. One flash equals dead. Or de-armored. No, I wouldn't say dead. And so that is the power of this flash. I love this flash with a passion. It goes in my arsenal every time I play. And it's also just cool. And so now I've talked you guys to death, so I might as well just... Actually, no, I've explained you guys to death. And then I also did forget one crucial thing about my hurricane intake. I'm just going to use that up a little bit. Yeah, everything's been used. See, everything is used. All in one. I might as well just flash this a couple times. There we go. Alright, so this is what area of recharge is, for those of you who don't know. This is one of my favorite little mechanics of this thing. If I charge one thing, it charges all of them. You ready for this? There we go. Charged, 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 charged. And it only took a little bit out of my collector, which I think is crazy. And so now, this is the part where I am going to talk about what I prefer over what I use, versus what I don't use. So, on my typical run, I typically have a wrist lock with an armor gun, just tier 1, because I start usually tier 1 armor gun, and then I have a tier 4 collector, and electrified spikes on me. And then that gets you through most of the easy levels. Then, once it comes to monk eye level, I will go over and I will buy stealth nozzle, which that's from medic nozzle, that is the next one down. Some people really think that medic nozzle is useless. I love it personally because medic nozzle gives you the power to heal yourself if you're like hit and you don't like being invisible because of the green screen around you. It's pretty annoying, but it's also really nice. You get used to it after a while, but personally I prefer medic nozzle. And so now with the flashes, yes, I take beta wave anytime, but that is usually a thing that I will buy for somebody else, or I'll have it on my other arm if I'm playing solo. So it really depends. And then the shield. That is something I don't usually actually ever play with. It's usually something that I just have on me. Like, if I'm in a public lobby to just kind of show off, flex, you know, just do that. And that's usually the one thing I'll have. And so that, and then I already talked about lanterns. The lanterns are cool, but they're also just really ridiculous. I think they're kind of stupid, personally. And so there's that. And then there's one other thing I was going to talk about that I just didn't want to buy the physical copy or things of. It is here in energy. So you have your standard battery, you have your better battery, then you have your really good battery. Anytime I can, I will buy peak power and I will put it on my baton, because that equals with less time wasted charging my baton and less cores wasted charging my baton. So I will always put peak power on my baton. And then I'm also going to show you guys equipment. These are all your equipments. You have your Rowdy backpack and your wrist dock and your Ecto watch. Notice how I haven't bought the Ecto watch. Somebody gave me an Ecto watch, and what it's supposed to do is tell you where base is, tell you how much health you have. It is so buggy, it is not worth it. If you guys are new to Ghost Reactor, do not buy an Ecto watch. No matter how many people or how cool it is, don't buy it. I mean, once you have everything like I do, you can buy it, but I'm just not going to waste my time on it. So, that covers about everything. So, if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more Ghost Reactor videos, just more videos in general, comment on this video, like and subscribe as always. Anyways, this is reactor345 signing off. See y'all later. Have a good one.